Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? What's up? What's popping? It's your boy Six Deuce. My camera's acting funny going in and out, so if it goes out again, my apologies. But you will still be able to hear me though. So that's all that matters. I want to give a shout out to we got Isaiah in the building, we got Endro in the building, and a few others. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that comment button, hit that subscribe button. If you guys can, it really helps us out. Takes 2 seconds. Hit that subscribe. Go follow us at SR underscore broadcast. But this ain't about us. I want to give a shout out to the co-host as always. Me, myself, Jimmer BGS, Trips ODG, Clumsy, Rome, Flacco PTR, David Pistols, everybody involved, Shout Pod Productions, Spill Records, Cali Hood Media, the homie Frank, all that. I want to give a shout out to Castillo Records. I want to give a shout out to Forey. Give a shout out to Sway Warm tapping in today. We are
Yes,
here
sir.
for a huh?
I said yes, sir.
You already know, and we're here, and I'll go ahead and I'll let him introduce himself. Like I said, the camera might go out. Don't want you guys to see my face for a little bit. I'll try to get it back on here. But let's get it. Go ahead, boss. Give a shout out to who you rocking with, management wise, record label wise, who you are, where you're from, all that. You know what I'm saying? Let them know your name, let them know what kind of music you do, and then we'll hop into the questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy Zay here in the building. Shout out to my boy Nathan Indro. Yes, sir. Bro, sign out to my manager, Forey, bro. Sign out to my management, Castillo Records. My name is Sway Warm. I'm 16, and I make a variety of music.
Sir, yes, sir. You know, hell yeah. So let's get tapped into that. So my first question is and this is again I have a app that helps me out with this as far as spelling and all that. But for the most part, I use the info y'all give me to create questions for y'all. So this is based off of that. So number
Yes,
one,
sir.
you've got a really diverse sound, trap, indie, hyper pop. What pulls you into each genre, and how do you decide which vibe to chase when you start a track?
Honestly, I just go by whatever beat I'm feeling that day. Like some days I wake up and I want to do like a hyper pop beat. Some days I wake up I want to do like a The Weeknd type beat, and it's just how I feel. I just freestyle over it and call it a day.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So number two on the list, being 16 and from Waynesboro, Virginia. Hopefully I said that right. Shout out to Virginia and your area. How was your hometown shaping your music or your perspective as an artist?
More into the underground like trap scene of things, the DMV crank kind of music, because I'm doing a lot more of that with my friends that live all around here.
Okay. So, would you say that it more had to do with the type of people you had around you and the type of music you listen to, as kind of not necessarily the area you're from, but that's how you were able to be the type of artist you are now?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. You know, and I'm just trying to get a perspective on you because I try to tell people this, and I'm gonna repeat this again. And I want to put this out there. I hate to do it on your interview, but it actually is good to be done. It's a good thing. Hate because I don't want to get off too off subject, but it does pertain. So if y'all don't know, this ain't to advertise me every time, but I am in the music myself. I'm not gonna get too deep into that because I don't want to make it seem like I'm using this for that. But I think a lot of people forget that and realize that yes, I am very good at what I do, podcasting on the side. But people also got to understand the interviews go as long as the artist wants it to, and as much as y'all want to talk about. Mind you, a lot of us haven't met in person, so I can only talk about so much. I can only come up with as much questions. The same way, even Eminem himself, one of the greatest artists there is, and I just use him because I hate to use him as like a stereotypical version of hip hop, meaning like everybody's always like Eminem, Eminem. But what I mean by that is somebody even at his status, Dr. Dre, everybody else, they still got trouble, not necessarily trouble, but creating, but they can only do so much in one day. So that's the same I want to put out there for these interviews. I don't want nobody think I'm when I do these, I decide which ones I want to do more or less. Again, this is all up to y'all. So I thank you Sway Warren for coming on here, and I appreciate Forey for tapping in and everybody that taps in. But I do want y'all to know that y'all aren't held hostage here. We do appreciate y'all being here, but the more y'all talk about, the more y'all share is the more we can talk about, because I can only do so much questioning. I can only do so much this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So point of that is take that into consideration is when you guys do these interviews with us, be prepared to come and talk about you. Show out, do your thing, and show out, not in a negative way, because you can humbly show out. You know, you don't got to show out and do extras and whatever, but y'all get on I'm trying to say. So let's get on with question 2. I just had to say that for everybody that has came and is going to continue to come, which we do appreciate that, but bring the energy, show some love. I'm not a mind reader, so it does help if y'all throw some info in there that people watching ask some questions as well. So my bad, boss. You were saying something?
I say yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You already know. So number 3, we have if each genre you make had a personality, how would you describe that version of yourself that shows up in trap versus indie versus hyperpop?
I think I just come at it a different way based off the artists that I listen to.
All right. So we got number 4 on the list, and it is, what was the first moment you really felt like an artist, not just someone making music?
I think when I started working on this last album I just dropped, Sunset Summer, I think that's really what pushed it more, as I'm doing this for the art and doing this to be like different and do what I think sounds good and do what I like. Instead of doing it to like prove other people wrong or to do it just to put something out for a name. You feel me?
No, 100%. And I respect that. And I want to say shout out to Andrew and Isaiah, but not that at all. I feel like Sway Warm's doing perfect, and there's not really no correct or wrong way to do live interviews. I just wanted to put out there because Andrew said, Sway, he's saying you need media training, but I know he don't mean that in the bad way. It's your boy, he's giving his advice. But I hope I didn't come off like that. The way I meant it was just more or less like, I don't want nobody to feel like if I'm not asking enough questions, just know that I'm human too. And you say, go ahead and say it. If you got your boys up here, they want to ask questions, go ahead and ask them. It's more or less the more y'all are involved, the more your people are involved, the easier it is for me to ask questions and have a more easier interview. But yeah, shout out. So we got number 5, and it's who or what would you say is your biggest influence right now, and has that changed since you started making music?
Right now, it's got to be like Autumn, Sofago, Sont Sixes, Jace, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that's what, the plug sound from like 2021 to like 2023.
So would you say that you heard some new influences over time, or they stay the same as when you started?
What you mean? Like the people that I used to like music?
Yeah, like okay. So to break down the question more simply is like, in lesser words, you named a bunch of your bigger influences that influenced you. You feel like you have more than the ones you named. Like in the beginning, you had both, but you feel like you inspired more along the way. Do you have the same perspective on your influences as you did now versus then, or did it change over time?
Oh, it most definitely changed over time. I used to be a Juice WRLD fanboy, bro.
Okay, man. Long live Juice.
Long live Juice. 999. 100%.
I have facts, you know, and that's the thing, bro. I was never the type of person to fully listen to his music and never say he was a bad artist. And it's not because I didn't listen because his music wasn't good. Again, you know, everybody has their rotation of genres they listen to, and I feel like he was more somebody that I didn't go look to listen to, not that I want to, but when it was played or he was played, you know, I gotta give him his credit where it's due. You know, he's a great artist.
Yes, sir.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and get with number 6. So a lot of people your age are still figuring things out. What made you sure this is what you wanted to do, and how do you stay motivated?
Well, to be quite short with it, I literally have woken up with nothing but the want to just make music.
Okay.
And that's why I constantly just like all I want to do is just make music and do anything music related that's like helping myself. Whether that be producing, mixing, or even just networking.
I don't mean to keep interrupting. So this time I genuinely not necessarily meant to, but I noticed that too when they commented. They said they were echoing again. I'm not sure if you reconnected to something or headphones. That sometimes that does affect it. Unless if you have headphones or anything like that or a speaker, it may affect that. Or if you're logged in on two different devices.
You know, I'm only on one device. But here, I can make my stuff a lot cleaner real quick. Hold up.
Let's see.
All right, yo.
Hello? I think that fixed it.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so yeah, the echoing stopped, right, everybody? Sway.
Yeah, they said the echo is better now.
Okay, yeah, bet that. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I didn't want to keep talking over you, but I noticed that, and I just thought because sometimes it could sound like that to me and not to them, but if it did, I'm glad we got that fixed now. But let's go ahead and just re-ask that question. So, a lot of people your age are still figuring things out. What made you sure this is what you wanted to do, and how do you stay motivated?
I mean, I think one of the ways that I noticed it was what I wanted to do is like I would just like want to stay up all night making music and not go to sleep. And if I did go to sleep, wake up and do nothing but make music the whole day and just repeat. And I enjoy what I do a lot. It's a expression way that I can put my emotions out without having to, like deal with other coping mechanisms.
Okay, 100. And I honestly really like that response because you didn't necessarily need no big epiphany. You just genuinely was like, I see the type of energy and passion I have for this, and I need to pursue it more seriously. And I want to pursue it more seriously. And I salute you for doing so because there's Lau Russell, let's not confuse, and there's Russ, shout both of them. But Russ said something about it, one of his songs along the lines of, there's a lot of people, a lot of dope people, they just quit too soon. And there's a lot of whack rappers that get rich too soon, like or something like that. But unless the words meaning that there's people that get rich for the wrong reasons too fast, and there's people that could be right there with them. And it's not even about the money if you're really passionate about it, but they give up too soon. So really, it is trying and people gotta understand the biggest kill joy is comparison. So by doing, hey, you know what, this person made it at this age, or I see these people young or these people older, doesn't matter if you make it at 85, you make it at 18, you know what I'm saying, you make it at 8 years old. Cherish every moment, be respectable to the next man, never look down on the next man, and just be grateful for what you have created and stay dedicated to your passion because again, it does take time, but everything does pay off eventually, and you'll reap the benefits if you stay, you stay down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, number 7. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go. Andro says, Sway, what is Spirit Gang? You mention them in your songs, but what is it? What does it mean?
Spirit Gang is it's a small collective of me and my friends. Like when we first started making music, it
Okay,
includes
tell me and how it got started specifically, and like let's get more detailed on that.
well, the one who originally started it was my boy Nathan. This was years ago now. I think maybe 2 and a half. But yeah, he made it as a little collective for like artists that are like very genuine and actually like good, not to be rude, can come together and work together and just make music just to make music. No like fees, none of that.
Facts,
And
bro.
it's there's four of us like right now, five if you include our boy Yogurt James.
Okay, you want to tell us about each of the artists specifically, name for name, and who they are from your collective?
Yeah. So my boy we'll start with my boy Nathan. He's the creator, the admin, if you want to say, of Spirit Gang. And he makes a lot like very experimental hyper pop that like isn't like, people aren't blasting everywhere and all of that. But I enjoy it, so that's all that for real matters. As long as people really enjoy it. Then
Nah,
my boy, huh?
and I said true that. I was agreeing with you. You go ahead with the list.
My boy Neo, Xname. He's R&B, but like he's kind of get more like diverse right now. I don't know exactly what his style is right now, but I know the past projects he's put out they've been very R&B, David, SZA, inspo, and I genuinely like his music. I think there's his Spider-Man EP from last year is really one of his highlights. And then we have my boy Jacob. He kind of makes like that DC Dawn music, like that nice underground sound. And like I mixed a song of his just the other day. I really liked it.
Yes, sir.
And then we got Yogurt James, and he honestly, I don't know much about the man. I think he's in Korea, but he's been busy with school as of lately, so he hasn't really said much.
Okay, well, I gotta respect that though. So then you would say it's you and him left, and then that's the whole collective.
Hmm.
I bet that. Hey, shout out to everybody. Shout out to y'all team. Everybody that heard the names he named, go show them some love as well. Go follow. And if you guys can for me, all my peoples, if you're new, first time meeting Sway, go follow him. Go follow his management, Castile Records. Go follow Forey. Most importantly, again, follow Sway Warren. Go check out his music, run it up, and give a big shout out to him and his people. So I want to go next with the next couple of questions. And number 7 is what's a lyric or song you've written that hits you the hardest when you hear it and play it back? And what's the story behind it?
Uh, shit. That's a tough question. I don't know. There's a lot of crazy lyrics I've said. I think the lyric that would fully wrap it together is in my recent album Sunset Summer, I have a song called I Hate You. I think the lyric I hate you is very fitting to be the most. That's how I feel.
Okay. And what was the meaning behind the song and like why you created it?
The the meaning was about a friendship I had with this girl that lasted for like a year and a half.
Okay.
And like it ended, so I made a song about it.
All right. So it was inspired by friendship experience that you had that over
Yes,
time
sir.
you felt like not necessarily dwindled away, but is no longer existed. So instead of you expressing it in a crash out way, you expressed it through a song.
Yep.
Hey, totally respectable, man. Make sure I go check that out. What's the name of that song again?
The song is called I Hate You and it's off of Sunset Summer.
Okay, let's get it. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out on all platforms and go run it up for us. Number 8. If you could build your dream collaboration any artist, any producer, dead or alive, who's in the studio with you, and what kind of track are you making?
Yo, can you repeat that? You cut out for me.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You were just lagging a little bit.
You're good. If you could build your dream collaboration with any artist, any producer, dead or alive, who's in the studio with you, and what kind of track are you making?
All right, producer. I'm thinking Pierre.
Okay, Pierre.
Pierre or Kanye. Even though Ye's going through some crazy shit right now. I think Kanye. Kanye or
Okay.
Pierre for sure. And then artists, I'd obviously love to make a song with Cardi.
Okay.
Cardi, Juice World, and Young Thug.
And what kind of track you feeling y'all might make? Like what kind of
It's
vibe
gonna
would
be
you go for?
some hard shit for sure. Some shit you play at a party.
I fuck with it. I fuck with it. And Thug is finally free, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Bro, finally, bro. God, like free, bro.
And it's
You
kind of off
saw
subject.
Gunna covered up his YSL tattoo?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so I don't want to get too off subject here, but it's not necessarily. How do you feel about? Okay, look, and I'm gonna say this before I ask this question. Everybody's always gonna say, which is so true, very true. I do not glorify the streets. I do not glorify anything, but one thing I'm a firm believer in: do not go to the pool and expect to not get wet. And what I mean by that is you have a lot of characters that love to play in the pool, and then when they get wet, they tend to try to hide their hand and dry off, if that makes sense. Meaning, metaphorically, you got a lot of these gangster rappers, gangster this, but when they in court, now I'm not glorifying, say, hey, people should throw their lives away, but let's be honest, a lot of these cats are out there allegedly doing whatever they're doing, but then when the court hits, all of a sudden it's I took no part in it and da 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 da. And how do you feel about when people say Gunna snitched, and how do you feel about that? Because me personally, you don't say nothing. The only thing you're supposed to say to anybody is where's my lawyer, and that's it. That's it. You know what I mean? No matter if you did something, didn't do something, you let the detectives do their job, and you let those, and I don't mean let them like be a snitch now, but you let your lawyer do his job, you stay quiet. But I personally don't rock with Gunna because it's not even about being from the streets, not from the streets, being successful, not being successful. Do not be the type of person to be involved in some shit, rapping about some shit, and then when the shit goes left, y'all all of a sudden want to go right. Don't make no sense. But how do you feel about that?
Yeah. No, that makes sense, bro.
Now, how do you feel on? How do you
I ain't
feel
even gonna
about?
hold you.
Like, what's your take on that?
I think, I mean, you could also interpret it as like another way of saying like, just be careful about the people that are around you. They can also just be preying on your downfall. Like they could be messing with your fetty and you wouldn't even know. You could be trusting them, trusting your boy to run your management, and you don't even know what he doing.
Yep. I want to say shout out YNC Huncho real quick. He up in here, it's all love, it's all respect. But I want to go ahead and say, like, so we don't get too off subject, but yeah, this is just any message out there. All artists of all kinds, all walks of life. I'm not, again, condoning throwing your life away. I'm not saying that people gotta, because I know people are gonna say, and it's kind of true. The only people that care about that BS are those people still trying to live that life. Because me personally, if you got your shit together, why are you even on the streets? Why are you still trying to play thug? Why are you still trying to play gangster, bro? The most gangster shit you could do is turn your life around. The most gangster shit you could do is take care of your kids. So if you got any, you got family, that's the most gangster shit you could do is take care of you and yours. That's it. Get out the way. Stay out the way.
On
But
soul.
yeah, other than that, I just feel like, but for the ones out there, you rocking with these people, you know who these people are. Yeah, be careful who you rock with. But at the same time, don't be all up in these songs talking about you a gangster and then you in court talking about, oh no, and fuck out of here, bro. Can't you know what I'm saying? Like it just don't make no sense, bro. It just don't make no sense because you'll get the people that will glorify the wrong shit, but then be quick to be like, this, that, and the third. I don't want to get into too deep of that, but I just want to give that message is that don't throw your life away. If you can get your shit together, get in, clock your change, get the fuck out. Stop worrying about the streets. Stop worrying about the wrong people. If you got the chance to change your life and the type of money that could change the people around you, worry about that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Number 9. How do you balance experimenting with different sounds without losing your core identity as Sway Warm?
I think it's like how I feel an album. Like most of the songs like on an album will be in a certain vibe or like certain style. But I'll have like songs where they'll be experimental and like be different genres. And that's like just like songs like that look like or named that you can like tell are just different. You feel me?
100%.
Because
And
like I can name one in Spanish, and then someone would obviously think it's a Spanish song.
true, but that could just be something you were experimenting with that day.
Yeah, but I think my community has grown to realize that from me. Because my more definitive thing is a more like lovey-dovey, hyper pop, like indie rock kind of sound.
100. No, my question number 10 for you is what's something fans might not expect from you next, either musically or personally, that you're excited to show the world?
I think so. I got this Freak album coming up, right?
Okay.
Like I'm gonna just lay it out just like that. It's on freaky shit, but it's vibes. Just trust me, it's on some like vibey shit.
He
And
said,
niggas
no
gonna be like,
Diddy, this gonna go up.
no Diddy, this shit gonna blow up on soul. It's on some nice vibey, chill shit, but it's gonna sound crazy. And I'm like, I'm half and half on releasing it. I've either been told to directly release it or I've been told to hold it and never release it. There's no in between.
You know what?
And it's an EP, 7-song EP.
No, yeah, I was gonna say that 100% boss, like keep doing your thing, keep doing what you gotta do, and if you feel like this is a project you need to drop it. You know, however people want to take it or receive it is on them. But as long as you vibing, as long as you happy with the project, as long as you confident that it's gonna turn some heads, whether it's in a good or bad way, hey homie, publicity's publicity. Do your thing. Not that we looking for publicity, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no publicity is bad publicity.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at Kanye right now.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna say? And people are gonna be like, "Oh, you pick and choose," but you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. If y'all really knew the industry, and I ain't acting like, cause I'm all super up in there yet, yet. But I will say this: I can't say the exact words on here because I get canceled. But I
Oh
feel
Lord,
like,
have mercy.
like to an extent, who knows? Kanye is unpredictable. But I kind of feel like bro did it for a stunt tactic only because read between the lines. So did y'all not find it
His
crazy?
new album is Bully.
Right? Okay, now look. Now check this out. New album, I'm talking about booming. Okay, now check this out. Y'all didn't catch this or peep this? Bo goes, now that everybody thinks I'm woo-woo, can I say the word woo-woo? In lesser words, bro's clowning in y'all face. Like, since y'all really fell for it, can I say that word now?
For real.
I don't know.
I think he just entertaining. He just chatting for real.
That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like it's a publicity stunt. But shout out Fori, she even said it too. But like, I read right between the lines. You gotta understand. I'm one of the founders from the record label I'm with, but I hate to use titles. You know, I'm just part of the team. Is that
yes, sir.
In lesser words, like I wouldn't do no publicity stuff like that. But I'm reading between the lines, and I'm like, he has a lot of y'all really going for it. You know, and hey, if that's really what he did, what happened to us in 2025? We accept everybody and you'll get canceled. Hey, y'all only keep that energy when it's to y'all benefit of agenda. But whatever. Hey, respectfully, shout out to all the people and their diddle preferences out there. I'm just me personally. I believe in man and woman. I believe in Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. To each y'all own.
Yeah.
To each y'all own. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. 100%. Like that's
I
not
am
me,
a
but
boy.
if that's
Amen.
you can do it. You got your own free will, my boy.
But me, I'm gonna turn up.
I like pussy. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Me, bro. See
Or
you.
everything. You can have some of
Yeah,
that Sasha, but I want some else. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little song.
straight up, bro. Yeah, dog. I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. It is what it is, dog.
Yes,
Because
sir.
these days, you have some of these cats with their celebrity crushes. Hey, do not be surprised. All I'm gonna say, bro. Back
Nigga gonna
then,
say.
back then,
Nigga
it
about to
was
say.
almost like I remember everybody used to crush on
Nigga
the
about to
Disney
say Steve
Channel.
Rogers or some shit.
Not facts, like not for real. Like, look, and I'm not judging now, but like back then, I would have heard like, I remember when I was a youngin, obviously a youngin, a lot of the Disney Channel actresses at the time, a lot of homies like, oh,
They was bad. I ain't even gonna lie, they was
yeah,
bad.
right, no bap, right? So, but hell no, nowadays they gonna be like, yes, hold on, pop out with Caitlyn Jenner, like, bruh, he's the top goon, like what? Say, damn. Anyway. But we ain't gonna go there. It's all love. It's all respect.
Yes, sir.
Let's. I just doing a little comedy in here. Let's not people get offended. Try to cancel your boy. Hey, to each their own. Again, I respect y'all diddle preferences. I'm gonna end it as that and just say that. But around here, just I don't swing that way. I ain't got no sugar in my tank. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to judge nobody because on a serious note here, I got lots of friends and family members and people in this world that, aren't traditional and they have their alternatives and respect, bro. Respect. But
Obviously 100%.
yep, exactly. Respectfully, I'm going to stick to what I know. Respectfully, y'all can do you. But we're going to get with
Yes, sir.
number 10. What? Okay, no. We I think I did. No, okay, I know what I was gonna do. That's why I skipped that question. It makes sense. So it wasn't an important one, but I want to go ahead and go off the head here and go. So we spoke a little about this, a little bit about that, but let's talk about. Let's say away. I don't understand what to say. Said Isaiah says married saying TS, by the way. Not too sure what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means. But all right. Other than that, I just want to go and say let's talk about more into like depth as far as like you growing up. Like if you want to go ahead and just give us a rough overview. We spoke about music, but bro, I want to get to know more about Sway Warm and this opportunity. After you can go accordingly, but after we go through this part, if you want to go ahead and give your shout outs, you want to say what's up to everybody, you want to talk about projects you got coming out, you want to talk about anything else I may have missed. If you guys in the comments got some questions for him, go ahead and ask them. But I want to, before we do that, I want to ask more or less your upbringing, and not just the music, just where you come from and like how it was in the day in life for you.
Yeah. So, well, I think that started off. I was born in Waynesboro, Virginia, but I moved out of it when I was 7. I went to live with my father because my dad and my mom, they divorced. Like them niggas, nah, they don't fuck with each other. I ain't gonna lie to you. But shit. Yeah, I was living with my dad for since I was 7 to around 15, and then I decided to live back with my mom, and so I've been with her ever since, and just like kind of really been providing for myself a lot of the time now.
Okay. So you have all right to skip any questions asked. I try not ever to get into people's business or none of that. It's just more or less to
Yeah,
ask topics are brought up. But how would you say that affected your upbringing? Whether it was positive, whether it affected you not necessarily negatively, but not such a positive manner, but growing up the way you did, like how was it, having to deal with that? I know you said your parents don't necessarily agree with each other, see eye to eye, but how was that for you? Like, did it affect you in ways like you had to deal with moving around? Like, how did it look for you?
Yeah, I had to deal with moving around a lot because my dad was also military. So that was one of the things I think really affected me the most, was just having to switch schools, getting new friend groups every like 2-3 years. So I was never able to stay and actually be like with friends all the time, or like have anyone that I grew up with until I moved back with my mom. Because now I'm like going to high school with the same grades as all the people that I grew up with.
Okay, so do you feel like it affected you because you never felt like you could fully be stable, and you felt like a lot of the shit was temporary? So you always had that feeling like, man, I can't get too attached because we have to start all over.
Yep. Yeah, I'm very keen to that. Or someone just doing me wrong, you know?
Okay, so you're not a stranger to you're not a stranger to being let down as far as when it comes to people, and you're not a stranger to being nomadic in a way. And why I say that is because you had to move around a lot. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
my father wasn't in the military, but because of the way I grew up, I was all over the place. So I feel that, and I mean, salute to you and your parents in general. For however you guys handle the situation, but for the most part, the way you're living now, how is it looking for you? You mentioned that you mainly support yourself now. Like, is that mainly based off a sense of independence, or like it's just the situation you're going through?
I think now it's based off of independence as of like learning that that's what I needed to do. So now I'm just used to it. But before it was much a dependence.
Okay. Now, yeah, because I mean, I just say that too because what's something that you can share with people that like based off the things you went through, that you want to share with people, whether it's advice, whether it's like, hey, if you're going through this, you could get through it by doing this. Well, what are some words you would like to share with people about that in your situation?
I think just don't think people are going to think any less of you for becoming a better person or trying to become someone better.
Do you have anybody? I'm gonna go ahead and we can round it up at the 40-minute mark. Before we head out, feel like we covered a lot of great things. And for me, this is mainly like, and you know what we do these interviews for? That's why I gotta explain it every time. I don't care if people be like, oh, you repeat yourself, cool, but that's because not everybody's watching every single episode or gets to catch every single episode, whether they're deciding to watch it or not. But the whole purpose to get on here is for us to network, know more people, other people to reach out. So again, all my people that haven't, go ahead and show love, subscribe, follow Forey, Sway Warm, Castile Records, everybody involved, and all the dope artists on their team, and all the people that meeting us for the first time. Hit that subscribe, show love, and that's exactly a job done by just doing that. When you guys do things as little as that, we're doing our job. We're getting these artists out there for more people to know, whether it's one more, two more, 10 more, a million more eyes on artists and more ears on artists and people that we can connect with. We never know who can reach out to us or may want to reach out to us, and this is one way we're able to do it, by just putting our faces out there, our names out there, and having these conversations. So before I go ahead and let you say your goodbyes and your shout outs or any last words, if you guys got any more last questions for him before we head out, I want to give you guys the opportunity now and tell you guys thank you. So well, you go ahead and do that. The people have the time to ask any last questions. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think this was a good interview. Shout out to my bro Nathan. Shout out to Spirit Gang. And I've never actually talked about them before, so like shout out to you.
Nah, for real, thank you. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to your whole team once again. So thank you, Sway Warm. Again, thank you, Castile Records. Thank you, Forey. Thank you, everybody tapping in. We got again in the comments. Shout out to Andro. Shout out to Isaiah. Shout out to Sway Warm Business tapping in. All that. It's your boy Six Deuce, spelled number 6 DEUCE, out of Southeast Los Angeles, Norwalk, California. It's all love. Signed with Spill Records. One of the co-hosts here at SR Broadcast, Super Righteous Broadcast. Follow us on all platforms. We are everywhere. And if you guys didn't know, yep, MySpace still exists, and we on there too. I created one last week. Crazy, right? Yeah. So we everywhere. We everywhere. You know, I'm gonna start going on other apps too. Kick, all everything that people may not use anymore. Hey, we still gonna use them, and I'm gonna go on there because that's the thing. I encourage that too. Even if people
You do Twitch?
Huh?
I said you do Twitch?
I don't know. I don't do Twitch, but I think SR Broadcast has one. And I know that we have Discord, and I'm trying to get us on all platforms. And I won't be posting all the time on all of them, but yes, to answer, we should have one, and it should be under SR Broadcast. And you can't miss the blue logo with the white SR.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you. If you do Twitch, go ahead. Shout your Twitch, your people, your companies.
Twitch is Sway Warm as well. Actually, that's how I started. I started out doing Twitch and YouTube.
Hell yeah, bro. And hey, shout out to you, bro. So like I did this for the sole purpose of, you guys got to understand, instead of crying or instead of complaining or instead of being bothered that people don't want to bring you on their shows or only focused on people because they're popping in numbers, well, that's what we're here for. We're not perfect. Nobody ever is going to be, but we're humble. We don't knock people. We don't only work with people based off of popularity. We really trying to show that love, because that's what people don't understand. I could care less where the numbers come from, if they come at all. I'm doing my job. I'm connecting with genuine people, and we get to do something, whether, again, 1 or 10 million people are watching. I think people in this world base too many things off of numbers and how many people are looking at something or liking something. Because Sway Warren, you said something very valuable and important in this interview. As long as you like what you're doing or the project you've done, who gives a f-? Feel me?
Bro, who gives a fuck, bro? On soul, bro. Like, fuck them hating ass niggas. Fuck them niggas that talking shit on you, my nigga. It's big you, bro.
Exactly. So shout out to y'all. Do y'all thing. You know what they say? Do your big one, all that shit. And don't be mad at the rest of the world. Don't be mad at yourself. Instead, just be the best you. And if you stay consistent, at least you can say you did it. Versus what y'all need to understand. That's why I repeat, stop basing things off of numbers, because I don't care if your song gets a little or a lot of views, your projects do a little or a lot of views, as long as you made it. Because you know there's a lot of people out there that are like, man, I wish I could do a song. And some of them really can't because lack of resources. But then there's people that just don't want to push themselves. People ask God for something, not understanding God's not going to always give you what you want. For example, you might be like, God, I need a car. He's going to give you a job.
Like, you got to take what he gives you and apply that for yourself, my boy.
Exactly. So whether it's that or whatever you need, that's what God's going to do. So that's kind of like where I'm coming from, is that, like, don't expect nothing to be done for you. Put in that motherfucking work and be happy to the fact that you even put in that work, because there's so many people that are in there damn near deathbed going, damn, well, I wish I would have did that project when I was 18. I wish I would have did that music video at 20. Well, you could have. You just stood there, kept saying you wish.
It's even things with high school, too. Like, I feel the same way. Like, there's some things I wish I would have done, because I'm about to be a senior this year.
Yeah. But what you can do, and I learned is valuable, if you focus on all the things you can do versus what you can't do, you'll be surprised how much more things get done. You know what I'm saying? And how much more the right things that are for you will be for you. Because, again, don't cry if God takes away a rose when he's trying to give you the whole garden. Facts.
Yes, sir. That's bars right there.
You know what I'm saying? So let's get it all. We signing out. Super Righteous Broadcast, SR Broadcast. We are here today with Sway Warm. Run this up. Show love. Hit that subscribe, like button. Thank you, Sway Warm, and everybody in your team. Stay blessed. Stay tuned for more. We got a bunch of other dope artists coming from Castile Records the rest of this month, and in June. Tap in.
Yes, sir, bro. I love you, bro. Thank you for having me. And peace, my boy.
Appreciate y'all. I got love for all y'all too. Don't trip. That's real. Thank y'all. Hey, and that's really what it is, dog. A lot of people are gonna make shit seem differently or weird, but it's respect. It makes me feel good to know they real ones got love for us the same way we got love for real ones out there. So it's all respect, all love, all that above. Let's get it. Stay tuned, bro. I appreciate y'all.
Yes,
You
sir.
already know, sir. Hey, stay locked in. If y'all need anything, y'all already know. And hey, this whole month we're doing free promotion. I want y'all to know before it ends. It's like when the shit costs money, people will hit me up. But when the shit's free, everybody want to act like they didn't see it. But y'all don't know we do 24/7 free story posts. So every day if you want something reshared, just tag SR Broadcast in your story post and we'll repost it. If you guys want 30-day post, it's $10. If you want a permanent post, it's $15 to go on our page. But right now, the permanent posts are free all month. So take advantage and just collab us and hit us up. Hit us up, send in the videos. Look, I would love for the collab. I would, if you want to do it the easy way, or if you want to send me the caption and the video to go along with it, I'll post it. But bro, tell your friends, rest of this month, permanent post. Meaning they will not get taken down unless you want them to be taken down for the rest of this month for free, bro. You can't beat it. Tell them to tap in.
Yes, sir.
All right, then, man. Stay blessed. Thank you, bro. And then let your peoples know. Y'all let them know. We'll get it going. Thank y'all.